And we are live. And hey, Gwen, nice to see you on. Saying hello, welcome. I know I didn't really get much of a announcement ahead of time, but it's like, you know what? I want to do some of the Lego stuff, and I guess I decided I was going to go ahead and go through with it and do it. Let's get the gray and white ones real quick, since those should be quick. And Davi Paka says hello. Hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, I meant to reply to your email, Gwen, about not being able to ban. Okay, we need 6 of these. And I think the option was the mute from this channel is the ban. Because if I remember right, you don't actually get them to where they can't see you. They just can't respond or anything like that. So, but I'll try and look through and see what the actual procedure is, if I got that right or not. All right, and there's 6 of those. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Looks like we got some white in here and some white in another bag. All right. So I need one of these. And one 1x2, which I'll sign here. There we go. To hide them from the channel? Yeah, I think that's probably the appropriate option if we're looking to ban. All right. So, same like, okay, so 2 of these. 1 and 2. Okay. 2x6s, that's these ones here. Want one of those. And 2x4s. Let's see, where are they? Doesn't look like I have many of them left. 2 of them. So 1 and 2. And 1x4s. Let's see, those are here. There we go. 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was going to stream earlier today, but I was one of our cats, Felonius de la Croix y Sergio Mendez. He's a fencer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Needed a vet visit today, so I took him so Mrs. Torn didn't have to be up during the middle of the day. Vet visit went fairly well, so we're hoping he's going to be okay, but he might have diabetes. We'll have to see what the blood work shows. 2 of those. 1 of the 1x3s. And 4 of the 2x2s, which know I got some of them. Ah, there we go. That's the 2x2s. So 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 12 of the double wide ones. The stack here. So you need 12 of these. And they're 2x2 with an angle up on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9, 10, 11, and 12. And 16, 1x2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All right. I follow for this level. Oops, nope. I need 2 of 1x2s. I think I just knocked one on the floor. Or 1x1s. All right, so there's 1 and 2. Okay. Now I have to dump the whole bag out. It popped out right away. There we go. It's also a little warm tonight, so I was going to have trouble sleeping regardless. All right. Let's see, Gwen saying hello. And so either, yep, we went over that. And Gwen says, okie dokie. And Gwen says, I don't think there's even a ban anymore on YouTube. I only see a hide from channel when I'm having issues with some Yoo-hoo on here. And Gwen says, ah. And Betsy Weingartner is on. Hello. Betsy says, hello, everyone. And BS Simon, late night. Yep, I was awake and I said, I want to do this. So let's share that because I only do this on stream. Alrighty. So we'll start off with the regular 1x back here at the end of the stern. See if I can do this without popping something off. All right. Should be at least one more because I did just pull it up. There we go. That one will run much easier. All right, so 2x3 and a 2x6. So 2x3 there. And 2x6 over here. So tomorrow I am going to be working in the garage making more coma. Okay, so we got a T. I got the new table saw blade that is a 80-tooth one for fine cabinet cuts. And I will be using that so that I have less cleanup work to do on them. So I'll be able to get all of those done. I won't necessarily have all the pins. I ordered some more that should be here tomorrow. but I'm not sure how soon it's going to actually get here. All right, so then we have the grays going on top of the pre-existing ones, it looks like. Yep. So and let's see. So these go here. Get these in place. And I'm also going to try and hit the range to practice before my firearms recertification class. All right, so 1x2s in between, and then a 2x3 outside of the last one. So 1. Also, interestingly enough, right before the last stream, I had like a sharp pain in my leg, kind of like a metal sliver or something like that for less than a minute. Looks like it was an insect bite, and I got cellulitis from that. So I'm on a week's worth of antibiotics dealing with that. It's not really all that painful, but it's one of those things where you want to jump on it right away rather than let it get away from you. So I'm glad I went and saw the doctor right away. And if you were watching the Friday Night Frenzy, I did a super chat there saying that I get to see the neuromuscular specialist this upcoming Wednesday. I'm really looking forward to it. I said this week, but close enough for government work. All right. Let's see. Did I? That explains that. Sits there, and the 1x2 white one goes here. All right, and a regular 2x2 on each side here. And then those weird ones are used to make an archway over the cannons. So that's why they have a blue and a red border, so you know which way to orient them. But it's a quick look to see what it is they're doing, so it's not too much of an issue. If I can get them to actually fit on. Is that not wanting to seat properly? Let's get this other side on. Or do I have it angled 90 degrees? Don't think that was it, but I did finally get it on. Okay, and then opposite angle here. That went on much easier. So since I need 2 of them for each of the cannons, that's why I had to have 12. Also, interestingly enough, like a day or so after the insect bite, I managed to have an uptick in my strength. So I don't know if fighting off whatever the infection and or venom it had or allergen or whatnot is helping my strength, but I will definitely mention it to the doctor. Okay. Put these on by themselves ahead of time and then do the fill-in afterwards. All right, 2 more to do. Let me catch up the chat real quick. All right, and Gwen says, hey to Betsy, and Betsy says to Gwen, hey. And Gwen says, please hit the button, folks. And Gwen says, hello to B.S. Simon. B.S. Simon says, hi, Gwen. And Gwen says, oh, it's recertification time again. Yep. They have classes throughout the year. You have to do it like once during the year to be valid for the following year. So this is for next year's certification. Though if for some reason I fail or whatnot, I can retake it next year and it'll go into effect instantly. Of course, since it's the firearms, if I fail it, I immediately lose that certification. I can still do constable work, I just can't do it armed. Okay, so 2x2 here and here. And then 1x4, 1x2, 1x4 on the side facing me. So 1x4, 1x2, and 1x4. Also, for the next page, for the 4 different moves or so, I'm going to pull all of the parts out for it then. The other side is 1x3 going. There's 1x3. I know. Okay, that 1x3 going here, and 1x4 there, 1x4 there. Looks like this would probably be a good spot to have left a note too if I was going to need to find a spot. All right, and then 1x2 following side. Oops. Also, I did some constabling work today, and I have to say that in uniform with full kit on, going upstairs still takes a lot out of me. Though I did do a grip check when I got home after resting for a little bit, and I actually had like a 46-pound grip strength, which is about the upper end of what I can handle. That looks right there. Okay. There's a 1x2 at the end of it. So, at least I can see it with these glasses, and I don't have to pull out the camera phone. All right, and 1x2 there. Oops. And 1x2 here. See properly. There we go. Put the far edge and use a 1x2 to fill it out. And then a 1x4 to in there. Oops. Almost fell on the floor. And in there. And 1x2 there. 1x2 here. And 2x3 there. And another 2x3 there. 1x2 off the nose. And 1x2 there. And there. All right. Got move 43 down. Let's see. And Betsy says, Torrin, it's probably a good idea to get recertification before the holidays. This is actually the last class they're offering this year. I also have to do my online training as well. I have to get that done before November. So yeah, this is the last class I can get into for firearms for the year, which is coming up this 13th of September. And Gwen says, you put a treasure note in the treasure chest. You got a pirate over the pirate ship. I'll have to think about it. Philip Martin says, hello, all. Hi, Philip. Nice to see you on. Welcome, welcome. And Gwen says, hello to Philip. And thank you again for answering the question on that Discord, so the person didn't have to wait for a reply. All right. So, all right. So I'm going to do all of them here. So let's do the gray first. All right. Okay, so the 1 by squares, we do 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 by rounds, we're doing a total of 8 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2 of the 1 by 2 blocks with a single peg in the top. There they are. 1 and 2. 4 of the step up ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 1 by 3s. 1 and 2. And 2 more there. So total of 4, 3, and 4. And 2. Got a hair or something stuck to my arm that's driving me buggy. All right. 2 of the T's. There we go. Looks like that's all of them left. And 2 1 by 6s and 4 1 by 10s. So 2 1 by 6s, 1 and 2, and 4 1 by 10s. There we go. Let's see what we have over here. We have 2 more 1 by squares. 2, 1, 2 by 2. 1 1 by 3. 3 2 by 3s. 1, 2, 3. 1 2 by 6. And 1 2 by 8. All right. And nothing else in gray for the last, so that's it for that. There we go. And we also, someone here, we need 2 1 by 2 white ones, which I believe were in this bag. One and 2. And then the rest is black. Okay. Oops. Let's get them all in there. All right, so I need 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Nothing else from that. And the 2x8s, I need, looks like 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Do I need any of the tall round ones? Looks like I need one of them, or 4 of them this time. So since we're on here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I need 3 of the 1x10s. 1. There we go. Got that piece off my arm. 2 and 3. And 1 2x6. All right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 1x4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 2x4s. It should be in here somewhere. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so just 3. All right, and 1, 2 1x3 or 2 2x3s. 1 and 2. Let's get the rest of the 2x3s in here. All right, and T's. I need 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, and 10 of the fence style ones, 1x4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. What else? It's those. I think I did. Okay. And these wide step up ones, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 for them. Oops, that's not the wide ones. There we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, so L's, I need 4 and 6 for 10. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so 1 by 3s, I need 4. So just 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1 by 2, I just need 1. Whoops. Eight more of those L's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7 of the regular 1 by 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the bowed ones. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 10, 17, 18, 19, 21 of the 1 by squares. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's just confirm that. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yep. There we go. All right. So we've got all out of here. That's so 1, 7, 7 loaded 1 by rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, got all the ones on here. Okay, so I need 2 of the 2 by fence edge styles. There's 1 and 2, and 1 of a 2 by angle up. as opposed to a step up. If I can find it. Ah, there we go. All right. And 2 of the normal angle or normal spikies. So 1 and 2. All right, I think that's all of it. I might have missed something, so if I'm short of something, I'll go back and look for it. Gently get that all in. Try not to lose anything on the floor. All right, there we go. And I'm sure I am way behind on chat. Okay. All right, let me catch up with chat then. I'm going to switch glasses here so I can read them better. All right. Bill Martin says, how's life been going in general for everyone? It's actually doing reasonably well for me. I'm pretty happy so far. Hopefully my long-term complaints will be dealt with soon. Gwen says, not too bad. I baked a loaf of yummy. I baked a loaf of bread yesterday. It turned out delicious. Of course, my grandma's recipe, so it's usually yummy. Davi Paka says, I know that this stream won't be about Kumihimo, but I've got some great news I want to share. About a month ago, I finally got Claire's book in my hands. Congrats! And Davi also says, then last week I found Makiko Tada's books on Japanese Amazon. Unfortunately, I could only purchase the Takadai 1 and 2 volumes. Congrats on that as well. Davi said, the Mardai books, Mardai Volume 1 and Takadai Volume 3, I still want, can't be shipped directly to Brazil, so I'll have to wait. The last piece of good news is about the Takadai table. After a really long search, I finally found a carpenter to build one for me. I'm really happy. Congrats on that. And Gwen says, that's awesome to Davi. And Davi says, thanks. And Philip Martin says, yay to tasty bread. And Gwen says, I know, right? And Philip says, also, that's awesome. I hope you enjoy and learn from the books, and your Takadai is ready soon. And Gwen says, homemade bread makes the best yummy toast. All right, let's switch back glasses and get started on this. All right, so 44 is our next one. All right, so it looks like we start off with some gray stuff. So we have, let's spread this out a little bit so I can see what I got. All right, so I need 2 of the step ups. Okay. And then we have the wide 1x, single one in the center. Go to that. It looks like I get, yeah, I do 2 of those. Okay. So I'll do 2 of them in sync. Cat here. Those tend to be everywhere. Should be at least 1 more step up here. Oh, there we go. All right. Then in the middle, we've got 2 1x's in gray. Stack on each side. So now we'll get 1 together. Make sure it's there and make sure it's square. And then on the centerpiece, there we go. The next side. And I'm probably not going to stay up until Friday Night Frenzy ends. It's my guess, but if I did, and I did redirect, that would be wonderful, but I doubt that'll be the case. But I'll keep an eye out, see if my watch thing goes up suddenly. All right, so those there. And then 1x3s. And T's on top of that. So 1T and 2T, and they let go of that. It's not the most stable thing because there's no thing that keeps it in the center of that 1x3. That might need to be a glue thing. Have to see how it goes. All right, so okay. So that goes. I don't know exactly where yet. I'll have to get the rest of these done here. All right, so 1x2 regular. Where did I set them? That's a regular one, and that's a regular one. All right, so we'll wind up here. Let's make sure. Yep, that's on properly. And there too. All right, and then so we alternate. Okay, so the black 1x's here for this move are square. One. Two. Three. And the gray, let's make sure that'll wind up square with the end of it. Yeah, alternating ones are the gray round ones. At least it looks like it. Are they square? Nope, they are round. Okay. The instructions say round. That's why I was thinking it was round. There we go. And definitely making good progress. I only been this 44 minutes. I've got like 5 levels sorted out. One of them done. Making good progress on the next one. All right, and then we have a black 1x square that goes here. Let's actually make sure it's square to the it's going to, because it's going to have other ones it's going to rest up against. All right, and a 2x8 going there, and a 2x10 going here. All right, so 2x8 goes. Let's see, I'm pretty sure. We'll just the 2x10s across and go from there. All right, so 2x10, 1, 2, 3, 5 of them, or 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and then a 1x10. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then a 1x, and then a regular just 1x1. Now it's got something to rest up against. It'll be easier to get it on square. There we go. And then a 2x8 there. All right. And a 1x2 white one going here and there. And then a 1x4 there. A 1x10. And then on the other side, we have a black L wrapping around this corner here. And then a 2x10. Just make sure. Yep, 2x10. And there. There we go. And then I think 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the remaining 2x10s. Let's see. Yep. 1. Oops. Oops. Where did that fall off of? There we go. All right. Okay, it's that's where that fell off of. So that one goes back in there. If I can get it to seat properly. There we go. That's fairly loose. That might also need a glue touch-up. All right. Okay, so 2, 3, and 4. It does not want to seat all the way. All right, there we go. All right, so then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 2x8s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I think the final 2x10 goes there. Yep, 4 of it extending past. That matches the design here. And then another 1x10 here. And 4 more 2x8s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Glenn says, it's great when you're doing something and your brain agrees with the instructions. All right, and 2x2. There we go. 2 by 2, and an L. 2 by 2, and L. And then these sit here, like that, and like that. And get that to seat right. There we go. Okay, and got a 1 by 4 that goes here, and 2 by 8, and 2 by 8, and I believe that's all the 2 by 8s left. And 2 L's, 1 in from the edge. And one there, and this one here, and then a 2 by 3. Oops, let's drop that on the floor. Sitting in the pockets for the L's, and a 1 by. Looks like the prow, it's reached its, at least for the moment, its further forward limit. Okay, so got that done. Nope, it extends out a bit more on the next one. All right, so I have a 1 by 3 and 2 L's. All right, so 1 by 3, and that extends one past the tip here, and L, there, and L there, and then we have 3 2 by 4s, one of which lines up here. There we go. And there's a gap on here. This one goes flush here. Then on this side, we have a 1 by 2 that lines up here. Got to be careful, it's only supported by 1 pin. And then an L there. And let's see. An L going the other way. That. And one more L. Going like that. And a regular 1 by 3 goes across here. Get it to seat properly. It's all nice and flush. All right, and then a 1x2 on the far side here. Oops, that one almost popped loose. And same thing on this side, 3 L pieces. 1 L there, 1 L there, and there we go. 1 L there. And we have 1x6s in gray there and there. And 1x3 gray there and there. And then we have our 4 1x10s there, 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 and there. All right, and oh, I missed 4 on the previous one. I go on, actually I can stack too high. Might make it a little easier having missed it. So I need 4 of them. 1, and 2. Oh, Debbie, let's see. Do I have them here? Nope, I took them downstairs. I had some of my new Coma, the pin blocks made that I showed on the last stream. Going to be making a whole bunch of them tomorrow. They're already got the wood profiled out. I'm just going to be sanding a little bit smooth and pressing pins in them and cutting them to length. Though not in that order. It'll probably be sand, cut, maybe some more sand, and then pins. Right. Okay. There we go. And 1, 2. Get them lined up straight. There we go. There we go. All right, and a single round one. All right, so it is 1, 2, 3, and then up 1. Okay, that goes there. And we have a T at the end of each of these gray ones. Gwen says, making Coma, correct spelling? Yes. Sounds like fun. There. And then the kind of puffy 1x2s, slightly rounded faces, go here. And there we go. There's another one there. Let's see. Then after 2 more spaces, we have another T there. And there. And then 1x3s. Not there, there. There. And there. And 3 1x Oops. I've got a flat top one in there when I need a regular one. Probably grabbed one of the wrong ones. I'll have to get a replacement. 1. 2. And 3. Gray round ones. Yeah, definitely gray round ones. 1. 2. 3. And 4. All right, I think that is everything for that one. So we're on to 46. Okay, what was that one angle up one? Ah, there it is. Okay. So this one at the front here. And gray 1x3 right behind it. And two by three there. 2x2 there. 1 by square. There. The other 1 by square gray. There. And then 2 by 6 there. 2 by 3 there. 2 by 8 there. That's a bit odd because it didn't sit properly on there. It did on the far side. Yeah, these anchors are going to be a little iffy because they don't want to hold too well. All right, and 2 by 3 here. All right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one. Assuming the same on the far side, or the near side facing me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 by 2. And these long spiky ups on each side. And a 1 by 4. And a 1 by 2. There. 1 by 2. There. And puffy, 1 by 2. There. And there. And T there. T there. And 2 by 3, 2 by 6. 2 by 3, 2 by 6. And 1 by there. And 1 by there. And 2 tall round ones. All right, so cross piece there. So that goes there. That goes there. This one goes back in there. All right, I think that's for 40. It for 46. Let's see, 47. You guys can still see everything. All right, regular 1 by 2. There we go. Goes on top of this one here. And the regular spiky ups go there and there. And 1 by rounds, 3 on each side. There. And okay. All the regular 1 by 2s should be used up. And as of this one, all the regular 1 by rounds. All right, there we go. And tall 1 by round there. All right, and long spiky ups. There we go. That's the other one. There. And the square 1 by behind it. Okay. The flat top one was an accidental grab that I should have gotten a peg top, so let's swap that one out. Can I find one without doing a ton of digging? Yes, I can. Boom goes back in. Okay. All right, and then an L. Then puffy 1 by 2s. We should use up all of them. And L and a 1 by 4. So on each side. Alrighty. 47. We've been at it for just over an hour. I think I can keep going. Be careful, some of the edges of the water wants to pop off when I bump it. All right. Let's see. What are the next moves? Okay. Alrighty. I think I'll go with just this page first, then see where we're at. Okay. So, 2 2x8s. 1, go out of the way. 1 and 2. Okay, no 2x10s. Let's see, do I have any long run ones? Yep, they're on the 2x8. So we got 1, 5, 6. That's 6 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Anchors, like ship's anchors, or anchors to hold the ship in place so it doesn't topple off the water while it's on display. Anchors to hold the ship in place anchors. And Gwen says that looks really cool. Thank you very much. And not using any of those. Not using any of these. All right, so it looks like 2, 4, 6 of the T's. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, we're not doing any 2x4s or 2x3s, so these can go in. All right, we're doing any 2x2s. Does not look like it. All right. And no 1x4s either. Okay. 1x3s. We doing any of those? Two 1x3s. 1 and 2. And any 1x2s. No regular ones. All right, so we are looking for one of these. So round one here. Do I have a matching one? No, not on this one here. Okay. All right. So 2 of the high spiky ups, which are these ones here. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 2 1x2 flat tops. There's one. And 2. Okay, 8, 9, 12 round 1-bys. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. And 2, 4 for the 1-by squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 of the 1-by flat tops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So I have all of those. Okay, 2 of the regular spikies. 1 and 2. And 2 of the puffy 1x2s. There we go. And 2 angles. All right, I think that's all the black. Okay, then we have 6 white windows and 6 yellow shutters and 2 2x8 grids. Okay. 2, 4, 6. 1, 2. 3, 4. 5 and 6. And 2x8s. All right, that's these. Caught up with the chats. All right. Get this out of the way. All right, so we got 6 of these windows to do. That one's got a little bit of mold flashing. Let's clean that up. There we go. All right, so go on the side with a little pinhole. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. One of the things I am going to work on this weekend is trying to get the design done for Hayden's braid because he's the next on the Takadai list. Hayden, Andrea Burkhart, then an actual full-on design for Megan Fox, and haven't really decided for sure, though I think Tug is in the eventual list. All right. So, one, 2, 3, and 4 here for move 48. And we've got did I not get L's? Looks like I missed grabbing the L's. Yeah, let's just go ahead and pop an L in here. One L and another. All right, so okay, so all right, we have a T here and T here and 2 1x3s. 1 and 1. And 1x2 puffies between the 2 windows. Ah, there it is. And the L's I needed to find were there. And oops, 1 off there and there. And the regular spike ups. Why is that one not going in? Go. And there's the other one. And a tall round one there. And short round ones there. And there. And flat top there. Flat top there. And short round ones on top of the 6 here. 1, 2, oops. 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, I think that's all for the 48. On to 49. Okay, so we've got 3 tall back here, alternating with the 2 gap in between. And a 1 and a T. So 1 by square there. And 1 by square here. And T there. T there. And 2 by 8 there. 2 by 8 there. And tall spiky there and there. And a regular 1 by round going there. And this one going here. There we go. And 1 by 2 flat top. Going there. And then a regular 1 by flat top. Going there. And taller 1 by 2s. Or 1 by round. Okay. All right, that goes there. Then the next one, 1 by flat top there. There. 1 by flat top here. And 1 by 2 flat top here. And the regular 1 by square behind the tall spiky. Go. And regular tall spiky back here as well. Or not regular. A regular 1 by square behind the tall spiky. There we go. And 2 by 8 gray. 2 by 8 gray. Yep, nice and snug. And we have, oh, there were the L1s I missed earlier. And T there. T there. And 1 by rounds on top of the taller 1 by rounds. Get them to line up enough to see properly. There we go. I suppose I always could have taken them off to put them together without having to put pressure on the rest of the model. There we go. And then window goes there. That window goes there. We're getting more pirate ship-like. All right, let's see. I think I will try. Yeah, might as well. All right, let's get all the black ones here. All right, so we have just the two angles there and two T's. That's an interesting T, but not the ones I was looking for. No. All right, so we need two 1x10s. 1, 2. And one 2x8, 4 2x6s, no 2x10s, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, no tall round ones. 1 2x4. Ah, there's these. So just two of them. 1 and 2. 4 2x3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 2x4. 4 1x4 rails. 1, 2. 4. 1 1x4 flat top. 2 1x2 rails. 1 1x flat top. Okay, I think that's all for that one. 4 2x wedges. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 1x wedge. 1 1x square. 3 1x rounds. 2 and 3. And I believe that's all of the black. Okay. Then we have our grays, which I think we're going to use up most of them here. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, we need 5 2x10s. One, two, three, 4, 5. And we need 1 1x10, and 1 2x6. 1 1x4. 1 1x3. And that's all for that one. And a 2x3. 8 of the 2x wedges. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2 1x squares. 1 and 2. All right, I think that's all for that. Almost threw that on the floor, but did not. All right. So we need 13 2x3s and 1 2x6. So there's 1 2x6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 and 13. And 2 transparent orange round 4 peg tops. One and 2. There we go. Okay. So we need to make this thing here, which is we take one and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 goes here. And lines up with there. Do the same thing on the other side, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this one goes 90. That becomes that side. There we go. Careful, don't push it back too far yet. Okay. Then we have angle there and there and 2x6, 2x6. There we go. And T and a T. And oops, I forgot the angle ups, and looks like I forgot to get them out of here too. They're not angle ups, step ups. There we go. Missed them from the previous step. So that one goes. All right. There. And there. All right. 2x3 and a 2x6. So 2x3 goes kitty corner there. And 2x6 matches there. All right. And then we have 4 of these, starting with this spot here. Same for the other side. Yeah. 2x10 goes 1 past. Yeah. 1 past. Okay. The rest of these in here. Three and 4 on this side. Three and 4 on the other side. And 1 by. One by there. And 2x6 and 2x3. Okay. It's there. All right. And the remaining 3 2x10s go back one here. One there. Let's make sure that gets placed on that one properly. There we go. All right. And that one actually should be over here. One more. And the 1x10 goes there. Good connections there. All right. And a 1x3 and a 1x4 at the front. That should keep those steps secured. And 1x10 here. And 1x10 here. Okay, and one by round. One. Two. Three. And a one by square peg top. One space in between there. And 2x3 kitty corner. 2x6. And angle block. For them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the single angle block. All right, that one's there. And then we have our 1x4 flat top and a 1x1 flat top. So there and there. And 1x4, 1x4, 1x2, 1x4, 1x4, 1x2, and go there and there. Oops. Put those on too soon. Let's get them off here. Very snug. There we go. All right, so we have our 2x8 here. Oops. That one got set in the wrong spot. Lines up with the rail there. So the 2x3 goes here, or a 2x3 goes here. Then these go on the outer edges. And get them lined up correctly. There we go. And upside down. That's why that's not fitting right. There we go. And then we have a 2x3 there and 2x4 there. You're definitely looking much more pirate shippy. Right, let me catch up with chat. And Gwen says caution. Sharp things are sharp. Please be as cautious as Torrent 3 is while using sharp tools. And Gwen says it looks awesome. Right, we've been at almost 2 hours. Let's take a look and see how much we have left. All right. So 54, 55, and 56 is where it goes back on there. All right. I think, yeah, if I get it up to 56, that's a good stopping point. So all right. So we need 4 of the transparents, round ones. One, 2, 3, and 4. And that's it for the transparent. And I think this is for golden. So we want 1 of the, should be a round golden. Still, yep. No, oops, not that. I need an actual. There they are. Okay. All right. Then black. All right. So we don't need any of the big ones. I need 2 of the 2 wide long envelopes, whatever. So we do have any T's. We have those weird ones I saw earlier. So do we need any 1x2s? We need 1 1x2. 3 1x2 flat tops. Oh, single peg tops. Ah, there they are. Those are the 2 wides. So I need 2 of those. 1 and 2. And I need 3. They were, oh, yep, they were in a stack. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1 by square. There we go. And 3 round flat tops. There's 1, 2, and 3. And what were those weird T's? There's only 2 of them. Yep, there they are. I only need 1 of them. Okay. All right, the rest of them can go back in. Okay, and the rest of these are brown. All right, so I need 4 of these shoe-shaped ones, I guess, or beak-shaped ones. Okay, so for those, one side post, one long round, one 2x3 flat top, and that's it. All right, so bring this back here. And we have this one going here, this one going here, and a 1x2 in the middle. Nope, a 1x. This one in. And the weird T one goes there. All right, and the round ones go underneath the 1x with a single peg top. So I've got 3 of those, and 2 of them get 1 under it. 1 of them gets 2 under it. All right, so these just go on top for here. And this 2x3 goes there. And the way this one actually goes is we have a, okay, each of them have a 1x round on top of the single peg. And get them to actually sit right. There we go, that's for that one. And one goes there. That one goes there. Okay, so, and 1x2 goes under here. And then this goes there. All right, so that's that one there. And then this one we have this round here. And then we have this in kind of a 4-way spiral pointing out. It's going to be fun. Get this lined up. I'm not doing too bad. It's better than I was expecting. So that's our wheel. And we get oops, wrong one went in. That's the orientation it's supposed to be. I'll get this in without flinging it across the room. That'll be good. All right. And that is our ship's wheel. And that goes right there. Now let's go ahead and bring this back here. I believe, whoops. Crap, where does that go? I think that goes there. All right, and this. So second row roughly here. There we go. Oops. Oh, I hope it's in the right spot. Actually, let's take that off a little bit. Okay. That one actually goes. That's there. And see if I can get this on here without breaking anything. Got to get the angle just right so that they both can go in. Let's carefully try and crud. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go through and I'm going to touch up some of these by gluing them. I'll have to get the glue in from outside. And then see where those go. All right, I'll try and get that done sometime tomorrow. I have reached the end of my keeping it togetherness where I'm not making things worse. Let me catch up with chat real quick here. It looks like we got everything. Let me switch glasses, see if there's anybody I can send you folks to on a redirect. All right, let's see. Customization. Add a redirect. Who's available? Oh, looks like Friday Night Frenzy is still going. I will go ahead and send you folks back there. All right. And Glenn says you made great progress tonight. Yep, knocked a few things off, but I think I can like look at the things and like glue these back now that I know that these are where it comes off. Yeah, it's part of the problem is that oops, let's make sure that is in its right spot. getting these to line up, because if it's angled off, they don't seat properly. So it's got to be angled at the right rotational thing. All right. As always, everybody, stay safe and happy braiding, and we'll see you again soon.